Hi friends, Bill McCabe here at the Iron Crane Dojo, and we're at the tail end of a session. And if you could put up with the basketball noise in the background with our friends playing basketball, we're going to try to explore another one of the unusual or esoteric concepts. These are the things that no one ever talks about, most of the times because they don't know them, but that I think are really important foundation arts for a more experienced martial artist. And I just like to get some of these ideas out there for people to bring to the attention of their schools so that their teachers can explore these and see if there's any worth or value to them. So I'm going to have Terry come over here. You've all met Terry before in previous videos. This is Sensei Terry Stewart. And let's do this. We're going to call this the 3-point exercise. Now it looks something like this. We're going to set it up out of a circular push hands flow. And I'll show you that it doesn't have to be out of push hands. But you know, our hands alight, and we're here, and then I fire. Or she fires on me. Okay. There's a very disciplined sequence of motion there that has to transpire for this to work. But it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, it could be, you know, she can throw a punch at me, and I could be right here and fire it. It's the same concept, the same points, but you just, you know, position them slightly differently. But to master these, you have to do these in a disciplined, meticulous, methodical way until you learn how to feel and perceive the energies. So we're here. And I'm going to set up the 3-point for you, so come a little bit closer here. Okay, the 3-point. Bring it around to this side first. Now let's just say I'm the executor. I'm the person who's going to execute the technique. This is point 1, and this is point 2. Okay, and this is point 3. Now we call it the 3-point because there's 3 visible points, but it's actually 4 points that are working here. And the 4th point is invisible. So what's happening is in the middle of the flow, I begin to try to control her hand, and then she tries to resist that control and control mine. And when she lands on me, we have the points connected, which are the essential elements of the technique. When I fire, see, I'm relaxing my body, my shoulder. Take a look at my foot now. Just take the camera down to my foot. When I'm about to fire, I will sometimes move my foot into her center line to get power. Okay, now bring the camera back up. If you control the center line, and I now have control of the center line, it doesn't take much to move a person. So in the back of your mind, it always has to be capture the center line. Even when you're doing the stuff up above the waist, you have to remember always, you know, where am I relative to the attacker's center line? So we're here. And the 3 points are aligned. Now when I fire, I'm going to fire in this sequence. Bring the camera over here. I'm going to fire my right elbow, that's 1. My left hand, that's 2. And then after it'll be 1, 2, 3. They fire in sequence, and then they become additive in that combination. Now you see, I'm not grabbing her at any point in time here. This is just resting on her arm. I'm not grabbing her like this and propelling her. I'm firing by resting. So as we're moving about here, and I fire it, there's nothing that's grabbing her. It's just that the energy is propelling her from my center into her center. All these light touches bring a ball of energy right here. They all combine. These 2 points here, 1 and 2, there's an invisible 3rd force. When they combine, they add up, and then the force from my center line goes right to her center line. So again, we're in a flow, and we move, and she's transported, she moves. She's basically lifted off the ground. Now she does it to me. So we're doing it, and she fires. And you can see the difference in weight. You know, she weighs much more than I do, of course. She has a distinct advantage as we do this. Unlike when I'm doing it to her, well, you get the idea. She was able to lift me off the ground, and I weigh a good 3 or 4 pounds more than Terry. So she lands up and fire. And you can fire that as hard as you want. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to have you step the camera back a little bit, and I want you to watch the footwork. So we're here, I bring her in and fire. See, that time the footwork added a lot to it. I'm going to go back here, fire it again. Keep your eye on my whole body and watch my right leg. In, and you can see how that powers the whole technique. Now she can do it back at me. Okay, and I'm basically leaving the ground. Now watch this. You can bounce one person's energy off the other. So as she does it to me, and I time it, see, and I'm waiting for it. No! I return it. I bounce her energy off mine, and she gets mine plus hers, and it becomes very explosive. So, I mean, there you have it. That's the three-point exercise. It's one of many different ways that you can combine basic physics with elements of geometry, with elements of relaxation, and internal focus, and then mental focus, and then having your energy follow your thought into a physical line into your opponent. And I know it sounds complicated, and it is, but I promise you if you stick to these essentials over time, in some cases a period of years, it'll become something very profound that will work for you. So we'll see you down the line. We'll have some more of this stuff as we go along. Look forward to meeting you all sometime, and stay well and do well.